So today I am going to do a bit of unashamed showing off. I want to show you what I think is one of our best products. It's certainly very unusual, but it's one that people sometimes don't really understand how it works. So I want to explain it to you from a family point of view, because that's what I've been using it for. You might think, why do I need a family book? And really it's all about creating a snapshot of your family, all the things that you want to remember, the little things that you think you'll never forget, but you will. And putting them all in one place. Now, I'm not a scrapbooker. I couldn't imagine myself making endless photo books and albums and this kind of thing. But what this product's done is let me build up a picture of my family, and it's been great fun. I've actually really enjoyed it. There's enough different ideas in there to give me suggestions of things to do, but there's not too much, so I don't feel like I've got to fill in every single page, and it's just been a bit of a work in progress. So I'm going to show you my family book, which means I'm also showing off my little family as well. It comes in this lovely craft and navy colourway with the We Are Family title on the front. We actually call it our family album. It's a memory book and scrapbook. So if I just start to show you what it looks like, got lovely clean styling, navy and craft, and it starts off with a dedication, and this one's to our forever family. That's because my family's adopted. It's been deliberately designed to fit any style of family, so that could be step families, adoptive families, same-sex parents. It's very subtle. You wouldn't notice necessarily that the language makes it suitable for anybody, but I promise it will suit your family. Then we start off with who we are, and this one caused a few tears the day that my daughter drew it. So she's drawn a picture of our family, and here we all are together, and this is me in the middle, and I'm really huge, and that shows how important I am to her, she told me. So start with who we are, and then you've got the chance to say where you live. So that's our team. And then this is a really nice one, so you'll only be able to see part of it, but it folds out, and you've got this great timeline, so you can either add milestones, things you've done in the time that you're filling the book in, or birthdays, special occasions, that kind of thing. Good reminder as well. Got a picture of our house. Sometimes I stick in print, sometimes this one's a paper one that I printed on my own computer just because it looked quite pretty like that. We've got our house rules, and in our house sulking and sharing are optional. Be happy with no more tears, and we never smack. Pretty much everybody sticks by that, I think. Grown-ups do anyway. We've got these really lovely quotes all the way through. Again, you can use the space really flexibly, so there's plenty of blank pages, so if you've got a particular idea that you want to include in your book, you can, or more photos. And we may not have it all together, but together we have it all. This is a lovely page, so we've got our wishes to each other. And I've started it off and started to put wishes to my children. Now mine are 3, 4 and 5, so obviously it's specific to their age. And I would say that this book suits any age group. As they get older, the sorts of things that you put into it change, but the structure is designed so that it will suit any particular age group. So here I've got, I wish my son had bigger listening ears. I think most mums would share that one. Again, as I said, it's a work in progress, so we're going to add maybe a picture, or I might ask some of my other children to draw a picture of our family and put it into the frame. And this is if you were if my daughter was a colour, she'd be pink, and it would be called Pinker Than Pink on the paint chart. And if Daddy were a cartoon character, they'd be Super Dad, and they would have a sidekick called Mum Ra. So they're just fun to fill in, and again, depending on the children's age, you can make it suitable for your particular family. When we designed the book, we very much had in mind that not every family is tree-shaped, so this is our equivalent of the family tree, and we've just added all of our children's names and all of the important people that we have in our family, and we've included our doggies in there because they're important to us too. And then we have things to just record the kind of everyday hustle and bustle of family life, because they're the things that you forget when they're sort of 10 years from now. What did life look like when they were this sort of age? And here we've got a week in the life, so what does our typical week look like, and the kinds of things they're doing after school, and time with Nanny, what we do at the weekend. And then this is probably my favourite page in the whole book, and it's such a thing that I absolutely treasure, and the day that we did it, I certainly shed a few tears. So we put all our hands together and drew around them. The green one is my littlest one there, and she was just 2 when we did this. And the red one is Daddy's, so the big red one. And it's just... So for me, that sums up the feeling of family. It's something that I will really treasure forever, and we'll certainly be doing it again in our next book. We've got things we love, and like all children, mine love jumping in muddy puddles. We've got the movies they're into at the moment. They love the paddling pool. Torches. For some reason, my kids are into torches at the moment. And then these pages are really flexible. So this is, any kind of milestone days, any sorts of days, whether it's about school. So we've got our family birthday on here. We turned 1 as a family on the 8th of April. first days at school, that kind of thing. All of our books feature an award ceremony, or most of them anyway, and we do wedding books, baby books, family, all kinds of different occasions. And this one is, we've added some extra ones so you can add your own. So my favourite one here is the most impressive performance for the Drama Dolly Award, and that definitely goes to my oldest daughter. And the backseat botherer, most Are We There Yet, go to my son. This is really sweet in terms of recording those memories and being something to look back on later. So this is I Love You Because, and I've started this, I'm going to pass it to my husband because he needs to get involved. And, Lily, I love you because your smile brightens my world, from Mummy. And I think I did that one after a pretty tough day, and it's quite nice to look back on, and it got me back into a slightly better place, and I think all mums and dads need that at times. We've got date night ideas, so you can try them and tick them when you've done them, and then you've got space to add your own top 10, and one of ours is disco time, so it might sound a bit weird, but we occasionally throw a party and have a bit of a disco in our hallway. We've got the books that they're reading at the moment. Each Peach Pear Plum was a particular favourite a little while ago. Stickman at the moment, which I hate, but Daddy likes reading, so he gets that one. We've got lots of room for photos, and these are our silly selfies. I just downloaded a really simple app from the web just to create these little picture frames, and you stick them into the book, and they're just great fun. I love our Halloween ones with our false teeth in. Again, flexible space, but this is really for sort of those celebratory moments, and my little girl was elected to the school council, so we've put it on that page, but it's still growing. And then we've got an A to Z of your family, so again, completely adaptable to you. My favourite is the N for my little girl's favourite 3 words, so which are no, and nope, no way. And her other favourite word is annoying, which apparently I am all of the time. So I have a real 3-nager on my hands. You've got your secret family recipe, a little record of all the things you love doing at the moment, the things that they want. My son loved balloons. The things that they don't like, so fish pie we tried the other day, and apparently that was a failure. And we've got our favourites, so there's a dedicated space for favourites and phobias, so what we love and what we hate at the moment. So certainly Frozen's in there. And my son sometimes hates one of our dogs because he steals balls from him, which is absolutely a no-no when you're 4. I love this quote, so home is where you're loved the most and act the worst. And then we've got a day in the life. So again, we've got the week view, and then we've got the daily view. So kind of what time are we going to bed? What are we, what are you doing on a typical day? We've got an 8 o'clock in here, Prosecco o'clock. Obviously not for the children. And then we've got a perfect weekend. I haven't filled this one in yet, but certainly there's a big section of that that's would be devoted to mud. So I need to get that one done. And this again, so this house is full of love, laughter, and lots of stickers everywhere, on my shoes, on the walls. Stickers are a really big thing. New experiences, what things have we tried? This is our first day at nursery, which actually went surprisingly well. And then we've just had our first holiday, so I've filled a date in here, and we're going to be adding some pictures, so there's plenty of room for all the things that you've been doing together. Again, the book will last as long as you want it to, so depending on how much you fill in, how many pictures you add, you could be filling it in for several years, could do one a year, it's completely up to you. Everybody says that you forget the little things they say, and you should write them down. One of my favourites is that my husband's a pilot, and AJ, my middle son, asked what Daddy did, and when he told him he was a pilot, he said pirate, and I think it's the first time that somebody's been disappointed when they heard what my husband does. This is for growing up, and it could be the milestones like starting school, losing a tooth we'll be adding soon, but even the little things like being able to brush their teeth on their own, or not wanting to hold your hand when you take them into school. Those little moments that show that they're growing up and away from you. We've got reasons we rock. Again, we're just starting on this one, but one of our reasons that we rock is that we chose each other. And then we've got space to record all their favourite meals. So Lola is sausages, chicken nuggets, typical kids food, and AJ at the moment is really into lasagna, which is his favourite thing. This is our little flow chart, so we wanted to include the pets in here, and it should work. So you start with, do you have a pet? Yes. Is it a companion or a house guest you feed? And we said companion. Can it sometimes be a bit evil? If it scratches, it's a cat, and if it bites, it's a rabbit. But if it's not, what kind of tail does it have? So what tail is a guinea pig? And it has a tail as dog, so that's where we end up. I did try it the other day, and I ended up on gerbil, and I'm not quite sure where I went wrong. Again, more flexible space for notes, wishes, anything you want to use it for. We've got family movie night, so we're just starting to get into watching films together. I've seen Frozen so many times, and then you can start to record what kind of things you like to do when you're having movie heaven. So the drinks and snacks, and we've given you some popcorn recipes there as well. There's a photo waiting to go in, so life's a blank canvas. So again, do what you want with the pages. When we rule the world, what will we do more of, and what will we make sure everyone stops doing? And then this is for the everyday moments that make life grand. So every evening we sit around the dinner table and we do our best bits. This is a word association sort of game. So again, something we can play together. We haven't got around to doing that one yet. And this Team Penrice, so just describing our family, how many pairs of feet and noses and stuff like that we have. I love this family time, so it's a newspaper style. Can't wait to fill in the crime report, which I think I might need an extra couple of pages for. Then Reach for the Stars, so what might they most like to be when they get older? We've definitely got a ballerina to add in there, but sometimes it's an astronaut or a ballerina, so we can fill in a couple of those. This is just a bit of fun, so it's a family guide, so what kinds of things you need to know about having a family. Love this one. Hugs cure most things. If they don't, try Calpol or wine. More lovely quotes, and then we end up, in all our books, we tend to end with some little extras. So these are some games you can play. War is a card game that we play quite a lot with the older ones on holidays. Room for a family photo, and then we come to the end. We all lived happily ever after. Again, finished. So as I said, this one comes in the craft and blue styling, really nice crisp navy blue. It also comes in bright fuchsia pink, so depending on your choice, there's one available that will suit you. And it's available now at illustries.com. I really hope you've enjoyed looking at it as much as I've enjoyed showing you.